It's not necessarily COVID-19. It's not that the gym had to close or that you can't meet clients, or you can, but they don't love the obstacles of having to wear a mask and the risks that they might have to take, especially some of your older clients who are high risk already. What am I talking about here? I'm talking about the 4 reasons procrastination, not COVID-19, could kill your personal training business. I'm Deborah Atkinson, and you're listening to the Voice for Fitness Professionals podcast, where I help you with marketing and sales strategies and help you learn, if you are working with women in midlife, how to identify hormone balancing issues that they've got that need to change the exercise prescription they have. And if you want to be a hormone balancing expert and capitalize on helping women looking for help actively, then you need to check out the Flipping 50 Fitness Specialist. It's the first and the only certificate made based on continuing education, giving you the templates that we use very successfully for the last 7 years to help women, over 150,000 women, very successfully flip their second half into their better half. I'll put the link to that in the show notes at fitnessmarketingmastery.com/programs is where you'll find it. But let's dive in. So it may be the title, maybe not, but the 4 reasons procrastination could kill your personal training business. Are you procrastinating? Feeling helpless? I'm not saying that you don't have reasons. We all do. And yet, there's never been a time when health, a strong immune system, is more important to every single human than now. Everyone needs to exercise. You can't have optimal health without it. From the physical immune boosting benefits to the avoidance of muscle and bone loss to the mood boosting and support for anxiety and depression or enhanced sleep benefits, we all need it. Right now, all of those are top priorities for many more people than realized it before this whole thing began. So while a gym may be closed, or it may be limited in capacity, and it may not be the place people feel safe coming back to, your services are still much needed. So how can you stop wishing, worrying, and waiting? I'm going to share 4 reasons procrastination shows up in the first place. You're not alone, and you're justified, my friend, but there are things that you can do to get out of this and to feel better. And those who are staying in action and staying positive and who are finding solutions for what's happening right now, not trying to sell the same thing they were selling in January of 2020, are going to be okay. And in case you needed to hear this, it will be all right. So number 1 is fear. Fear is the number 1 reason for procrastination. Actually, right now, nearly everyone has some level of fear. Hopefully you have an equal, it will be all right attitude of optimism. And even if you can't see it, believing that will help. You may not know how to get from here to there, but you'll figure it out. Do one thing, one small thing that you're scared of every day. Heading into the unknown is one of them. You may have had a system of doing things or followed somebody else's system for years, even decades. But even if it's only months, now you don't have a system. Suddenly it's gone. We haven't had time yet to figure out a new system entirely. A system gets predictable, consistent results repeatedly. And in the moment we're in, some of the predictable has fallen out. But the building blocks of it are still there. You solve problems, figure out how to do that now with existing clients or those ones who were your clients, and with new clients. Some of your prospects may be people who had a routine before this all happened, and then their world has changed. Maybe they have more on their minds and they have more responsibilities and everything is complicated and harder and takes more time, and they can't seem to get back into a routine. Maybe a new source of clients showing up for you, right? Because people who didn't have a need for you before may actually need your services now. Have you thought about that? They need help with a routine and an anchor. For a lot of people, the anchors are missing. Some of them don't have a commute anymore, a time when they're supposed to be at their office or their desk anymore, a time when they're supposed to be in their classroom, whether they're in the front of the room or sitting in a chair as a student. They don't have those things and they're lost. They don't have a class to go to. They don't have a trainer to meet with necessarily, but you can solve that by creating a safe way they can meet with you. You don't have to do the proverbial get out of your comfort zone here, but just think of this as stretching the comfort zone you do have. Things in your life have happened, and either we shrink or we grow from them. If you're listening, you are somebody who grows. The people who are shrinking are curled up in a ball watching Netflix. So create a step in the right direction. Fear only gets to stick around if you imagine that you had one option and you were doing it and it's gone. That's the only way you were perceiving it. It's only the way you were perceiving it. Can you allow yourself to believe that there are a dozen ways to do what you really did anyway? You solved problems. You did it in a unique way that people wanted to work with you uniquely. Identify those people. What was it about them? What is it about them that's similar? What are their qualities, their traits? Is it one specific gender? Is it an age group? Is it a specific problem that they have? Shoulder issues, knee issues. They want to play better golf. They want to play better tennis. They're aging. They've got Parkinson's. What defines the group of people who kept seeking you out? So be careful. Don't make this about you. You do want to look at what's your brand. Who are you? What is it about you when you are being you that attracts those people? But you're going to be a lot wiser if you identify the them. What makes them a group of people that you can target? If they were the people that you love to work with, you can start getting over your fear by starting connect with more of them again. Can you make just one video today talking to that ideal customer? Can you call every client that you know and you've worked with that are like them and ask if they'd like to do a virtual small group accountability training? So, you may be thinking that your training, if you're going to train, is about standing there counting repetitions, leading a training client from one exercise to the next and adjusting their form and encouraging them and motivating them. But what if your training is about supporting them in all the walking they're doing to make it more worthwhile? So they're not just going outside their door and doing the same route, same path, same speed, same distance, same intensity level every single day. You know that doesn't work. What is it that they need? Can you tell them what that is? Can you tell them the stretches they need before and after and the core work that they need? Can you tell them what to avoid? Can you tell them about the shoes? There's a ton of content just in one small little area. If you'll think about your specific client, we could all talk about walking with our clients, but what else? What's specific to them? Do all of your clients have pools in their backyard? Do they need to know, how do I use that for exercise? Do they need to know what are 5 or 10 things that I can buy, small things, cost efficient, that I can buy for home exercise? What if they can't buy an elliptical and a treadmill and 3 sets of weights because Amazon doesn't have them right now? What could they get? You can help them. So can you contact somebody who's successfully doing what you want to do and ask for help? Right now, in especially the first 3 months of COVID, we saw so much generosity. Whether it be people like me serving their community 7 days a week doing yoga for free for the public and anybody who wanted to tune in, and anybody who wants to come back and see those videos now can. That's a lot of time. 7 volunteer hours every single week. And then there were extra webinars teaching people the difference between immune boosting and immune busting exercise. There are still people who are willing to help you, teach you skills that you didn't have People like me who've been online for a long time, who can help you understand how you can solve problems, how you can make your life easier and not have to create, but to use the things you created once many times. So take one small action out of all the suggestions I've just made. Stop right now, make a note. What is it? What idea did I get going in your head? Take one small action in the direction of your fear. Number 2 is overwhelm. If you're trying to picture the future 5 and 10 years, and all you have to do is invite overwhelm, especially now, it's all you're doing. You're getting overwhelmed because there's so much to do. There's so much unknown that we don't know about. There's a reason to dream and have a vision about what's going to happen in your future, but can you just focus on how many people you're going to contact today? So you do, in a way, have to focus on the immediate. You have to keep yourself from staying there, because if you build your business on survival right now, you can look up 3 years from now and still be in survival. But there's a little bit more of that that's got to be happening right now in COVID-19, because we don't know 3 months and 6 months and 18, 24 months in the future. We don't quite know what it will look like. But there are some people that are going to sit back and just wait and watch. And then there are some people that are going to be a part of creating what that looks like by being in it and in action. Find a way to sort through all of the possible things you could do today and narrow it down to the 1 or the 2 things that are the biggest needle movers for getting you from today to tomorrow feeling more successful. Starting one more client back in training in a way that works for them and helps them feel safe. So here's what I did. Just one thing every day, all week. For me, it's been reaching out to 10 people a day about sharing my TED Talk. Whether I shared it with that one person or whether that one person then shared it with the thousands of people in their audience because it was a good fit for them, that's how I won. So I shared it with each of them. And so far, that's led to them sharing it. It's led to new coaching clients. It's led to speaking opportunities. And it's an easy anchor for me away from overwhelm. The third thing is uncertainty. So I've alluded to that almost all the way through, but right now this is a hotbed for not doing anything but hanging with the family or friends or just the couch. While that's been a part of the silver lining for some of COVID-19, you've got to ask if you're hiding behind it. The truth is, no one can be certain of whether this is a 6-month or a 12-month or what the forever changes will be. But you can still be certain people need health, they need immunity, they need positivity, protection against disease that appropriate exercise brings, and that the majority of them don't know what appropriate exercise is. And there's some languaging there that I can teach you about how to use it. It's the way that you say things that makes the difference between people wanting to learn more and wanting to learn more from you or not. You can be certain of one step. Plan a few small steps that are reasonable. Baby steps. What's the first thing that you can do? Is it contact one person every day all month? Is it contact 5 people every day all month? And those people could be people that you used to work with that haven't been, to see if you can serve them again. They could be current clients who just need a little motivation. You reaching out, being a leader, will make a difference for you as well as for them. And last but not least is perfectionism. Take action, imperfect action. Elizabeth Lombardo is a friend and fellow mastermind member. She's a well-known frequent guest expert on the Today Show and GMA. She has her own reasons to be stuck. She did before COVID-19. Her husband was diagnosed about 4 years ago with Lou Gehrig's disease after countless weeks and months of mysterious illnesses. And her mantra before and now is done is better than perfect. Plan for it not to be perfect. So you know these shoes. You put clients in them all the time. So your clients are CEOs and outstanding in the work that they do in the world. And then they come into the fitness center and they haven't been in there for years, if ever, and they're not good at it, or at least that's their perception. And with pounds of weight, with no energy, and with habits that make them feel terrible exercising, they expect after years of no exercise to be good at it and to get results right away. We know that one. You're not going to be good at something you've never done before. Plan on that. Plan on doing it anyway. If you do it badly, there's a chance you can get better at it. Baby steps. You're not good at sales? You don't like sales? Pick up the phone. You can't be good at something you never do. And there you had it. The reasons, the 4 reasons procrastination could kill your personal training business. It's not COVID-19. It's that you're not taking action. You know, if you're waiting for a vaccine, this, in a way, taking action to overcome your fear, to take forward steps in the face of overwhelming opportunities and things to do, to overcome the uncertainty that everybody has, and to just plow through perfectionism. Taking action is the right thing to do. So I'll put the resources for the Flipping 50 Fitness Specialist and a link to a couple recent past podcasts in the show notes, and that'll be at fitnessmarketingmastery.com/procrastination. And reach out if you need help. This month, July 2020, I'm challenging myself every single day, 30 days in a row. I'm reaching out to you. So if you're going for a walk, even a short one, these, some of them less than 20-minute podcasts, will be great for your commute or your walk or your lift or your whatever you're doing. Put a positive message inside of your ear. You can do this. We're all in the trenches, and it's all one step at a time, and we can help each other out, and we all win. People will survive in the fitness industry as long as they don't continue to try doing what they've been doing for decades before. You can pivot. I know we're all hearing that word. I'm a little tired of it. And there you have it. What are you waiting for? The world still needs you, now more than ever.